Anyone, how's it going? Blue Rise here. I've been holding off on this game for the longest amount of time. I've been playing Zenozard. This is Namco Bandai's card game. Apparently it's been out for a year. I thought it was pretty recent. I've been playing for at least, I would say on and off 3 months. I'll say around that time period. It's just, I'm never good at these kind of card games. But I didn't want to get into Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Vanguard or anything like that. The last time, I know Hina, just give me a second. The last time I played Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, for real was like in middle school, and like this guy was still on TV. We'll take 'em on together. So I wanted to get into a card game, but I just didn't know which, and I wanted something easy, something new that I could understand, but also something not too serious of a commitment. I know you're bored. So I guess I should introduce you to Hinari Darkend. What an edgy name. So in this game you get an AI partner who assists you during the game. I picked Hina Darkend because she looked different compared to all the other girls. Of course I was going to choose a female character, so I might as well introduce you to the other ones. We have Hinaria Darkend. I think I was saying Hinari, wasn't I? It's Hinaria. Very unique name. She's very, very short at 4'11", 150 centimeters. And she's voiced by Rie Takahashi, who is MASH, Megumi, that one girl that teases that guy, and a bunch of other characters. So I mean, that's a plus. I like her voice. But she's the one I chose because I guess I can relate to her. But just to introduce you to the other characters, we got the Thief, Ranburn title. So pretty much Zoro. We have Lates, or Lates, Wonder Call. Madilla Barani. Yosuke Yorigaiha. Charlotte Seams. I like her last name, Seams. Voiced by the wonderful Mao. Yokili Rindo. I guess if anything, this is the guy I probably could relate to the most. Erd, who's just pretty much Gintoki in the robot. Then we have Kairan. I'm not sure how to pronounce her name. Kairan Crutchran. Oh my gosh, this name. She's a martial artist. If I didn't pick Darkend, I would have chose her. Cute Lam Aubrey Khan. These names are crazy. Pincera Lorasef. Pimota Unknown. I like his last name of being unknown. I don't know why. Lowell DeVira. And it only says they, so I don't know if it's actually a woman or a man. Ash Cloud, obviously a protagonist. He looks like a protagonist. Then we have Elietta Lash, who I guess she's also like in the center of the loading screen, so she kind of looks like the main character also. And then Nonoin Milon. Which I mean, I might have chosen her. She used to go at Dekai. So that's all of the AIs. I don't think they're going to add any new ones. It's been a whole year. Maybe some have been added since then, from like get-go to now. I'm not sure. Okay, so we're going to jump right into the battles. I think it's very easy just to show off what it is. The game's simple, so hopefully y'all can follow along. Okay, so you have the starting part. They're going to flip a coin, or I guess a diamond or whatever, and it's going to choose who goes first. It's going to be head or tails. I'm first. It has a signal. So the AI can also give like recommendations. Why not get rid of this card? Normally I follow it. It looks like a pretty good idea to do. So go ahead and get rid of that. and it switches out for a different card. And this is only in the beginning phase. So if you didn't like your whole hand, you could just reach out for the whole thing. Now, you have a mana phase. Either you have mana cards, like so, or you can place a neutral mana right here. So I have a mana card, so I want to set it down. Now, mana cards are worth a certain color. Some creatures can only be summoned if you have that color mana, or just mana in general. So before I summon, I should explain that there are these things right here, these little circles you see. These are my cores, and these cores allow you to have special traits and abilities in the game. So this one, all of my mana returns to active state at the end of my turn. So when you use mana, it goes into an inactive state. So this means, I know. So this means when your turn ends, your mana becomes active again. Meaning by you can use certain monsters and spell cards. Then I have this one over here, which is the Chimera, which means any of my neutral mana can act as a color. So we're gonna go ahead and summon this guy. There you go. And then we'll end our turn. So now it's his turn. He goes ahead and places color mana. Now what I can do is take creatures that are on the field and put them into the mana zone. Now they count as mana. And now I can summon. So I'll summon this guy here. There we go. And as you can see, my mana is inactive. Now when monsters are summoned on their first turn being summoned, unless stated otherwise, they can only attack the enemy's force. They cannot attack the enemy. The goal is to take down the enemy's life points. And if you find their forces to be kind of problematic, so reduce the basic cost of magic cards in your hand by 2. So if he has a bunch of magic cards, this is problematic for me. I don't know if he does or not. So it's kind of just an assumption you have to go by. And then all your minions gain 100 BP for the duration of your turn. But I'm not going to attack, because once the creature attacks, they become inactive and they can no longer act until your turn again. Again, until stated otherwise, or you have a core disables that effect. But for now, we're just going to turn in. So he's going to summon, and summons a minion on my place. He's going to attack my force. I can choose to block it, which I'm not going to block it. There's really no reason. It's just 1 point. And I think a lot of people need to get in their head the idea the match isn't over until it's over. All right. So first things first, we're gonna move this back in here. Get some more mana here. We're gonna summon this hippo. There we go. And he has an ability to destroy all enemies that have 200 DP or less. Not DP, attack points. There we go. We're gonna end our turn. So he's attacking our force again, and all we really can do is pass. So he really wants to get rid of this one, the one that allows my mana to act as any color, my neutral. So we're gonna summon this guy here. When I summon him, he allows one of my manas to become a core. Give me a second here. Then we're also gonna summon this one here. Move it back into the base. And his skill, when he retreats, he can get rid of certain enemies. Lower their power. Then we can attack straight at his health. Bam. Then we can summon one more minion. Bam. There we go. Now, this deck is built by the AI herself, Hinaria, right here. You can ask them to build you a deck. I've built my own decks, but I can't really get synergy very well. So he still has really no one out here to protect himself. So I want to summon this guy again. And then we're going to turn this one into... There we go. And we can attack his force, so why not? And then during your attack phase, if you have certain magic that can do something, you can use it if you have the mana available for it, of course. But that one's pretty useless in this occasion, so we're going to pass. So we're also going to attack the other force here. Pass. There you go. So when normally when your force is destroyed, you get some sort of benefit for it. If it's destroyed, search your deck for one base minion card, place into your base, and shuffle the deck, and then draw one card. So I mean, he still has a lot of mana. He has up to 6 right now. He can summon almost anything, and with the right set of cards, he could probably bum rush me. So I'm not actually going to attack just yet. I'll wait. I'll see what he does next turn. Some people just attack right away, and I shouldn't say some people, because I think most of the games, the enemies you fight are controlled by AI. Even when you're doing like ranked matches, it's still AI, because there's no imposed time limit on any of the matches at all, which is something you would have to have in an online multiplayer game. So again, you're just fighting AI. We're gonna use this. There we go. So his attack really is now nothing, and I gained health because of it. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna attack him. So he has really no magic. So when I was worrying about, oh, maybe they have magic or not, I think it was a smart idea to destroy this force over here and not this one. So we're gonna go ahead and attack him again, see what happens. Still nothing. He has nothing there. Attack again. Again, still nothing. We're gonna withdraw this one to our mana right here. We're gonna summon this guy. So now we can attack this force. We might as well. Bam. We'll use this guy to attack the force again. Bam. So now all of his forces are destroyed. So even if he does have magic, it's no longer at a lower cost. So I'm gonna summon this guy. Get rid of the token he put on our stage. There we go. And then end turn. So we're gonna use this one. And it's fine, don't worry. So we're gonna pass the mana phase. We're gonna not attack with that one. We're gonna attack with this one just to see if he has anything up his sleeve. He doesn't. I'm gonna do the finishing move right here. And that's the basics of gameplay. It's not too hard to understand. Okay, so now we go to decks, right? You can check up here for the top to see the best decks. These are pre-made decks, and from here you can see which cards you're missing. So even if you try to create the deck, you might not be able to if you only have a few of the cards. And obviously I'm missing a lot from this one. Of course, this is all luck if you manage to pull the cards necessary. But let's say we want to create a deck right now, right? You can use a deck code or create new. Then at the top right here, this is when you can ask your AI partner, hey, build me a deck. And so here she's built a deck. This is a totally different deck than the one she's built for me before. And we'll give it a name. Now, right now, my biggest weakness is building decks. I just don't have the know-it-all to make good synergy, solely because I forget card effects real fast. I have a horrible short-term memory. I'll look at the card and immediately forget what it is, like 3 seconds later. But I've made a few decks. The one I was winning with the most was Shiro and Kudo, right here, the white and black one. But Hanaria has picked a solely black deck. In fact, maybe I can, here you go, fine, yeah. So this is the color characteristics. You have red, which is the Agama, is fire. Perfect for aggressive strategies focused on getting minions out fast. And then certain cards have specialties as well. We have some that can zoom in. I think it's called swoop. And they can come in while your opponent is attacking you. And they kind of act like a magic card. They can be used in reaction. We have Kanatana, which is light. This is a swoop effect that the Kanatana have. I was using them for a little while, and then I switched over to dark. This one, Thanatos. Perfect strategies for utilizing trash and destructions of minion and forces. And they have their revenge ability, which is what I really liked. Then you have Demente, which is your grass, whatever. Perfect strategies that build mana fast in order to summon high cost minions. I might try that one out, I'm not sure. Poseido, which is your water, perfect for strategies that utilize magic and minion movement. Then Machinas, Perfect for strategies that utilize forces and require strong offensive and defensive power. And then Wildland, which is your black. Minions with no kingdom or nation. These are not specific to any color, so you can summon them with regular neutral mana. But before we move on, we do have a story mode, which is pretty cool. So you have the 3D characters, really nice 3D models by the way, and at least they say some sort of word blurb through every single cutscene, or a dialogue option they have. And Mina's super cute. I like her little visor that displays her emotions. Now the story itself is like simple card game story. There's nothing grand or elaborate to really experience here. But I mean, I do appreciate the effort to detail for the presentation, using the character models, never really cheaping out. I think the first chapter is fully voiced, like the intro to the game itself. I believe that's all fully voiced, and then everything else is partially voiced. And then every time you increase the character's synchro level, you'll get a new part of their story. So the more you play, the more story will come out soon. I guess, of course, before we go, I should talk about the gacha, of course. So I normally pull with tickets. I never pull with the gold because gold comes in very, it's trickle. A lot of it is trickled down. So whenever I get tickets, that's what I go for. I never bought any Z stones, never really found a reason to. Normally, if you have a ticket, you can summon with tickets. But just for now, we'll summon on this one. I'll summon with some gold. It says gold or silver. I'm not sure why there's two currencies in general. It kind of seems redundant, but whatever. So all we do is hold it. This is a nice animation. Then we press open, and it'll reveal all of the cards. And you know, I don't play, like I said, I haven't played card games since middle school, so it's very hard for me to remember every single card I have. And what's cool is there's some cards that are, let's zoom in there, are animated cards. They look cool. Now, maybe someone more proficient in card games can tell me if this is a fair price. So a normal pack costs 100 Z stones. You can get 310 for $6. Maybe someone in the comments can tell me how much a regular pack of like Yu-Gi-Oh! Pokemon cards cost, because I really don't know. $6 for 3 pulls, 24 cards for $5. Is that like fair? Is that what a normal like booster pack? I think that's what they're called, right? It's been so long since I've even done card game stuff. Is that a fair price? And their highest option is $80. But I mean, they do have a bunch sets and discounts and stuff like that. I know this is a card game, which is why I'm a bit less harsh on the monetization, because this is how cards have gone like in real life for years. So I don't know, it's not too much to really complain about it. You know, people spend a lot of money on card games and stuff like that. My brother's into Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon and stuff like that, and he buys cards. And I know this stuff can get expensive. But I mean, overall, that's it for Zenozard. I enjoy it. I was looking for a card game that I could casually have fun in, and this proved to be it. I didn't particularly want to get back into Yu-Gi-Oh! I tried Vanguard like back in college, and then Magic I was never interested in. But I mean, this is a Bandai Namco game, and surprisingly, when I had first downloaded it, I was like, this is just going to be just like Layered Stories. Does anyone even know what Layered Stories is? Bandai Namco tried to make an action RPG mobile game called Layered Stories. Most of the gameplay is wiped off the internet. Most of their original games are gone. I've been using in my videos music from Layered Stories this whole time. Most people wouldn't know because the game barely lasted a year. I think not even 6 months. Their Twitter and everything is open. They have assets all over the place. So I was assuming this game would end up just like Layered Stories, where it's this really nice produced mobile game and then it just goes nowhere and gets canceled. But I'm surprised. It's been around for a whole year now. So I mean, good on it. I think it deserves it. I think it's a good game. Out of most of the games I've played recently for AppCast, this is one of my favorites so far. You know, I could gush on about a lot of other things, that it actually has at least a competent story mode, competition-based game. You know, it doesn't just have a bunch of characters, good character designs. and no real story behind it. I can't stand games that make characters and then it's just like some battle royale or some hero shooter and they've got nothing in case of story at all. Here you go, Hina. You want the body touch? Oh, okay. Pie touch? Oh, okay. So that's it for Zenozard. Hopefully you guys check it out. I saw in the video where I put out all the games I'm playing that someone does play Zenozard. But I've kind of been hiding for this video for a long time, and I knew I should have made it like months ago when I started playing the game. But here we are. So I'll see you guys next time. There's going to be probably more AppCasts. I've been playing a lot of games, but I just didn't make the videos. I got busy, and it just wasn't as important as everything else. So I just want to really talk about these. Zenozard, again, I don't play it very often, but I might come back to it here and there. Maybe I'll skill up just a little bit. Yeah, wake me up too. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.